There's a Milwaukee suburb most buyers scroll right past, and it might be one of the best deals in the market right now. It's not Bayview, it's not Wauwatosa, it's actually a little lakefront town that most people only know because of the airport signs. Today I'm telling you why that needs to change. Welcome back. I'm John Rozek. I sell real estate here in Milwaukee and Waukesha County, and every week I break down what's actually happening in this market so you can make smart decisions instead of just guessing. Today we're talking about Cudahy, and I'll be honest, most buyers drive right past this town without a second thought, and I think that's a big mistake. If you're house hunting right now and Cudahy isn't on your list, you're skipping over something good. Let's start with where it actually is because I think that's part of the problem. Cudahy sits right on Lake Michigan, just south of St. Francis and Bayview, and north of South Milwaukee. About 18,000 people live in Cudahy. It's a short drive to downtown. It's practically next door to the airport, and it sits directly on the water, which people forget because it doesn't get talked about the way that Bayview does. Here's the first thing that should get your attention. The price gap. Head a few minutes north through St. Francis into Bayview, and you're paying a real premium for that zip code. Cudahy hasn't caught up to that yet. You can get into a solid, well-kept home here for meaningfully less than you'd pay a couple neighborhoods over, and you'd get the same lake, close to the same commute, and sometimes a similar view. Now I'm telling you, that's not a knock on Bayview. Bayview earned its price tag. I just think Cudahy is what Bayview was 15 years ago, before everybody figured it out. Now let's talk about what it's actually like to live there, because this is the part people get wrong. They hear Cudahy and they think it's just a pass-through town by the airport. It's not. Sheridan Park sits right on the lake bluffs with the paved stretch of the Oak Leaf Trail for walking or biking. You've got tennis and basketball courts, a pool, and picnic spots with some of the best lake views in the county. On a clear morning, it rivals anything you'll find in the North Shore suburbs, and there's a fraction of the people there to see it. And if you want proof that this town has real character, it's not even a park. There's a house on South Lake Drive that locals call the Cadillac House. The front yard has a 1955 Cadillac that literally looks like it's sinking straight into the lawn. The owner has been adding to it since the 80s. Hamburglers out there, Colonel Sanders is out there. There's even a snake made out of bowling balls with a motorcycle gas tank for a head. I know how that sounds, but it's real, and it's about 2 minutes from the lake. That's the kind of thing that tells you this town isn't polished, and it isn't trying to be. It just is what it is. There's also a golf course tucked right into Cudahy, Warnimont. It's 18 holes, all par 3s, right along the lake bluffs, built back in the 50s, and it's built for a quick, easy round instead of a 4 or 5 hour grind. Now, I'm no Lonnie Hawkins chasing a comeback for the career Grand Slam, but a course with that kind of view, for that kind of price, it's pretty tough to beat. And that's the kind of thing you don't expect to find in a town most people just drive past on the way to catch a flight. Then there's Packard Avenue, the main strip through town. It's a real working business corridor, shops and restaurants that have been there for years, not a chain on every corner. Cudahy is not trying to be trendy. It's just a real neighborhood where people know each other, and honestly, that's part of the appeal for a lot of buyers I work with. Not everybody wants the coffee shop on every corner version of a suburb. Some people want a place that still feels like a community instead of a brand. Now, I'll be straight with you on the other side of it too, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every suburb is perfect for everybody. Cudahy is a smaller footprint. The housing stock is a bit older, a lot of solid mid-century homes, so if you want new construction, you're not going to find much of it here. And it doesn't have the restaurant scene that Bayview has built over the last decade. If that's what you're looking for, you're a short drive from it, but it's not sitting on your block. But if what you actually want is affordability, lake access, a quick commute, and a real neighborhood feel without the markup, Cudahy checks every one of those boxes right now, and it's still flying under the radar. And actually, there's a great example of this on the market right now. There's a condo currently listed in Cudahy that hits a lot of what I just talked through, close to the lake, close to the park, priced well below what you'd pay a mile in either direction. And if you want to see exactly what I'm talking about, I'll drop it in the description so you can take a look. This is the kind of thing I pay attention to for my clients, not just the suburbs that everybody already knows about, but the ones that are about to get discovered, because by the time everyone's talking about a neighborhood, the deal's already gone. If you're serious about buying in this market, you want someone who's looking one step ahead of where the crowd is, not reacting after the fact. So if you're weighing suburbs right now and you want a real read on where the value actually is, not just where it's trendy, give me a call or shoot me a text. I'll walk you through it. As always, thank you for watching. And remember, whatever move you make next, make sure it's a smart one. See you next week.